Earlier this week, the newest Disney Plus show, Echo, just released. So today I thought it was time for me to stop and talk about Echo. Please know that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My name is SW Nation, and you are free to comment down below your very own opinion on what did you think of the Disney Plus show Echo. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Comment that down below in the comment section. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter. That link is in the description, as well as that Marvel playlist. That link is also in the description as well. I've done multiple Marvel Netflix rankings on the channel. You guys can go check those out. Link is in the description. With all that out of the way, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into our review. Seeing that this is a full series review, I'm just going to be doing like how I normally do for my movie reviews, and that is the good, the mixed, the bad, and the summary at the end. So with all of that being said, let's move right into the good. And the good thing that comes to mind here is that, well, it's grounded. I love the fact that it's grounded because we've had a lot of these big budget blockbuster-esque adventures on Disney Plus, as well as in the movies, and it's just nice to have something grounded. It's some of the best Phase 5 has to offer so far. You know, the trailers were so mature and bloody, I couldn't believe that this show was actually happening. It felt so different, so surreal, and it really came out of left field for me. The trailers sold exactly what this show is. It's supposed to be a dark, gritty, grounded crime show. Let's get this right out of the gate. I really liked it. I really like this show. It's exactly what I was expecting from the trailers. I think Maya Lopez is a complex character who has very complex relationships and complicated relationships at that. And I think Alaqua Cox does a great job portraying this character. She's very nuanced in her performance, and even though that she's deaf, she still gives off this great aura, and you can clearly see how different this character of Echo truly is. And it's not a character that we can just automatically root for in the end, because at the end of the day, she's just as bad as some of the villains that we've seen in the MCU. And they kind of portrayed it in the show as she's always had this dark side, this little connection to Kingpin a little bit. And I love the fact that they wrote that inside of the show, and how she feels about all of that is in here. The show also does a great job with the sound design, really putting you into the atmosphere of someone who is deaf and has to talk through ASL. A lot of the characters inside of the show talk through ASL. I think it's the coolest thing ever, man. Like, look, I know being deaf, a lot of people wouldn't want to do that. I would love to learn ASL, man, because it just looks so cool just to be able to communicate with your hands and make words and letters with your hands, and deaf people can actually understand it. I found it to be very interesting. I love the fact that this show focuses on a small set of characters, a family that is street level and very dosed in Native American culture, and that culture is very important to the story. In a way that we flash back to different ancestors, and how those flashbacks are paid off in the finale all later works for me. In fact, I love all of the performances. All of these characters are different, but they all have a direct connection to Maya. And obviously, I know a lot of people want to talk about it. The action is very well choreographed and very refreshing to see blood splatter on the screen. I don't think that it's as great choreographed as Daredevil, but I do think that it's in that level of Daredevil, street level. Like, this entire show, it feels like it lends itself well to that Netflix era of Marvel, and I think that's why it resonates with me more. Like I said, Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin is in the show. He's great. He just has this aura about him that makes him menacing and powerful, but also, again, just like how he is inside of the Daredevil series, he's very sympathetic in a sense, and he has morals, but he's willing to do anything if you cross him. I love that about his character, but I also have a few mixed things to talk about him, so, you know, we'll talk about that later. But when you get inside of the gory violence, you kind of open up a can of worms here, because now some projects are going to be more bloody than most, and some fans are going to be like, well, in Echo, you guys had blood splatter across the screen, and she caved the guy's head in, and it splattered blood on the skate ring floor, but in this Captain America movie, you can't show someone getting shot in the chest. Why? Its TV rules are way different than movie rules. I mean, we've seen worse things on Arrow than what we've seen inside of this show anyway. So, I mean, and that was on the CW. But again, I love the action. I love how grounded it is. It's one of the best things inside of Phase 5, and it's one of my favorite Disney Plus TV shows as of this moment. But with all of that being said, let's move right into the bad. And the bad thing that comes to mind here is that it's just too short, just like most MCU shows. But this time, forget 6 episodes. No. We're gonna limit it to 5. It's so weird that everything that has the potential to be great, some of the best that MCU has to offer, they always limit it to either 6 episodes or, in this case, 5 episodes. But then you have series like She-Hulk that gets 9 episodes. What? Are you kidding me? And then with Secret Invasion, you get Secret Invasion 6 episodes. You don't have nearly enough time to tell this very complex, laid out story. When you get into Echo here, you can definitely see that there are episodes cut out. I think this show could have been 8 episodes. If it was 8 episodes, like The Mandalorian, oh my God. This show, I feel like so many people would be talking about this show now, because I waited. I wanted to wait to see how many people were going to talk about the show before I put out my review. And I'm recording this on a Friday. There's literally not a lot of people talking about it. And it just hit #1 on Disney Plus and Hulu. Nobody's talking about it. The show was so short, 5 episodes, and Disney Plus released it as a binge watch. Like, they're really trying to hone into the Netflix formula. But man, it's just so short. And to me, by the end, I just felt like the finale was rushed. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Echo's new powers. And they're on full display in the finale. They're literally doing Avatar: The Last Airbender level things. And it's even worse because she was a whole lot better at kicking ass in the first 4 episodes than she is with her powers. Echo isn't cool enough. She's an amputee and deaf and still kicks way better ass, almost as great as Daredevil. Like, think about that. Oh no, Echo isn't cool enough. Yeah, we gotta give her ancestral powers. Come on, I'm more of a fan of her combat. Like, imagine if Daredevil fought her with those freaking Iron Fist wannabe hands. And at the end of the finale, I'm gonna do a little spoiler here. Kingpin was sent running away in fear. When you watch it, you're like, okay, you can see why he's running away in fear. But I was watching a Kingpin in the Daredevil show that was stronger and just like, he was the biggest guy in the room. And then to have him just running away in fear. What did you do to me? What did you do to me? What was the point? What was it, the point of just showing that Kingpin has so much trauma that he has to let go? I think that's what makes his brutality better. The fact that that he killed his own father because he abused his mother, that makes him all the more tragic, but also his brutality makes a lot more sense. That finale, man, like, the show was so great. I was saying multiple times, I love this. I'm liking this. It's not better than WandaVision, but man, I really, really like this. I like Echo, man. And then the finale just ruined it. The finale, like, this show would have been great, and then the finale just dropped it down to good for me. Just the way that it ended. Like, again, Echo isn't cool enough for you guys. Nah, Maya isn't cool enough. Yeah, we need to put her in, we need to give her ancestral powers. In conclusion, I gotta say, look, besides that finale, I really like Echo. Echo works best when it's about the street level violence and an anti-hero coming back to her hometown looking to take over the crime business. I think Cox's performance is gravitating and nuanced. I really liked her performance inside of the show. The show is drastically different from anything else inside of the MCU, but unfortunately, and it would have hit that great tier, unfortunately, it's just too short, and you can tell they cut out many episodes. I also have another gripe with this show. If you guys were able to go this far with Echo, but you didn't go this far with Moon Knight. Okay. Yeah, Moon Knight's posters showed him with bloody fists. I didn't see his fists get not one single drop of blood on them. Yeah, you guys gave Echo Echo of all characters. I didn't even like Echo inside of Hawkeye. I didn't care for her character. I never wanted to see an Echo show. It was at the bottom of my list. I was never anticipating an Echo show. I thought that an Echo show would fail. You guys gave Echo the show that Moon Knight deserved. That's weird. You guys gave Echo the violence that we all wanted to see in Moon Knight. That's weird. Like, they make a lot of weird choices in here, giving Echo ancestral powers. Like, she isn't cool enough for that. I think all in all, though, I had enough fun in the first 4 episodes, though. Like, I did. I had enough fun in the first 4 episodes with the violence, the story, the groundedness, and just how street level all of it was. I'm giving Echo an A. Maybe an A-. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm giving it an A-. I will give Echo an A-, and I'm definitely going to give it a 9.3 out of 10. And I would say there's just so much here to like. For like as a fan of the Defenders verse, that's what people are calling it with Netflix Marvel. As a fan of Netflix Marvel, it's just so much in here to like that just harks me back to those days where I was watching the MCU adjacent on Netflix. Alright guys, that is it for the review/rant. Please know that everything that I did say in this video was just my very own opinion. You are free to comment down below. What did you think of Echo? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Comment that down below in the comment section. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter. That link is in the description, as well as that Marvel playlist. That link is also in the description as well. I've done multiple videos on Marvel Netflix. You guys can go check them out in the Marvel playlist. Link is in the description, like I said. With all that out of the way, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Peace.